Hello dear students, welcome to YouTube channel Learn with Gisla. In this video of number systems, we are going to take a few solved questions related to rationalization of irrational numbers. These are the two types of questions which we are going to take up in this video. First one, write down the rational factor of the following and then rationalize. And second type is rationalize the denominator of the following. So in second type, we are going to use the conjugates of the denominator. So let's get started. So our first question is write down the rational factor of the following and then rationalize. So first of all, we have to find the rational factor and then we have to rationalize. There are three parts to this question. We will solve them one by one. We know that the rationalizing factor of any irrational number which is of the form a raised to power 1 by n, this is the exponential form, is a raised to power 1 minus 1 by n. You just have to subtract the power, that is 1 by n, from 1. So you will get a rational factor. Let us take the first question, cube root of 625. Now 625 can be split into two factors, 25 into 25. Further, 25 can be split as 5 into 5 and 5 into 5. So we got all the factors of 625. Now they are in cube root. So we will write cube root of 5 cube into 5. Because cube root of 5 cube, we will get 1 5 outside into cube root of 5 because only 1 5 is left. Now this is an irrational number. This is an irrational number and which we will write in exponential form. And now we have to rationalize it by using the rational factor. Now how to find the rational factor? This 5 raised to power 1 by 3, its rational factor will be 5 raised to power 1 minus 1 by 3. Now take the LCM. So you will get 5 raised to power 2 by 3. Now this is the rational factor of 5 raised to power 1 by 3. This was an irrational number. This was an irrational number. Its rational factor is 5 raised to power 2 by 3. And now when you multiply both, you will get a rational number. Let us see. 5 into 5 raised to power 1 by 3 plus 2 by 3. Powers will be added because the base is same. So when we add the powers, 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 by 3 is 1. So 5 into 5 raised to power 1, which is actually 5 only. So 5 into 5 is 25. Now this is a rational number which we have got. So we can say 5 raised to power 2 by 3 is equal to, which is also we can simplify, 3 cube root of 5 square, and 5 square is what? 25. So cube root of 25. This is the simplest rationalizing factor. Now you will say why this exponential form, how it has become the radical form. I have used the law of exponent over here to convert into radical form. It becomes nth root of a raised to power m. So this is the exponential form and this is the radical form and this is how we convert them, right? Let us take another question. Now the second part is fifth root of 256. Now 256, the factors can be 16 into 16 because it's a perfect square number of 16. Further, 16 can be written as 2 raised to power 4 into 2 raised to power 4. And further we can add the powers because the base is same. So we can say it is 2 raised to power 8. So total factors of 2, we are getting 8 times over here. Fifth root of 2 raised to power 8 also you can say. Further, 2 raised to power 8 can be split into 2. 2 raised to power 5 into 2 cube because we have fifth root. So that's why we have written 2 raised to power 5 into 2 cube. Now fifth root of 2 raised to power 5 is 2, right? One of the factors outside, and we are left with 2 cube inside the fifth root. So 2 into fifth root of 2 cube. Now this is an irrational number which we have to rationalize using the rational factor. Let us write it in the exponential form. So I am going to use the concept where I am going to convert the radical form into the exponential form. As if I am giving nth root of a raised to power m, it becomes a raised to power m by n. The m becomes the numerator and n becomes the denominator. So similarly, if I have fifth root of 2 cube, I will write in the exponential form as 3 by 5. Right, so this is the exponential form of the irrational number. Right, now to to find the rationalizing factor of this monomial, I will say 2 raised to power 1 minus 3 by 5, because 2 raised to power 3 by 5 will be 2 raised to power 1 minus 3 by 5. Now take the LCM, 5 minus 3 is 2. So rationalizing factor is 2 raised to power 2 by 5. Now let us multiply. This is our irrational number. This is our rationalizing factor. Let us multiply both. And now since the base is same, we can add the powers. So 2 into 2 raised to power 3 by 5 plus 2 by 5. 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 by 5. So 2 into 2 raised to power 5 by 5, which is 1, right? And 2 into 2 is 4. So this is a rational number. So by multiplying by the rational factor, the irrational number has become rational number. So we can say that 2 raised to power 2 by 5, which we can also write in radical form as fifth root of 2 square, which is equal to fifth root of 4, is the simplest rationalizing factor of fifth root of 256. Here I again used this law. I'll again repeat. If we have a raised to power m by n, so it becomes nth root of a raised to power m. So this rule I have applied over here, right? Now the third part is square root of L into cube root of m into fourth root of n. Now if you observe, they are in radical form. We have to find its rational factor, for which we need exponential form. So we know that nth root of a raised to power m is equal to a raised to power m upon n. This is how we convert radical form into exponential form. So over here, square root of L can be written as L raised to power 1 by 2. Cube root of m is m raised to power 1 by 3. Fourth root of n is n raised to power 1 by 4, because over here the powers are all 1. So 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4. Now we shall find the rational factor. Rational factor of L raised to power 1 by 2, m raised to power 1 by 3 into n raised to power 1 by 4 will be equal to L raised to power 1 minus 1 by 2, m raised to power 1 minus 1 by 3, n raised to power 1 minus 1 by 4. Now take the LCM. L raised to power half, 3 minus 1, 2. So m raised to power 2 by 3 into 4 minus 1 is 3. So n raised to power 3 by 4. So this is the rational factor of the irrational number, right? So now let us find their product. This is the irrational number. This is the rational factor. Now when the base are same, we can add the powers. So L raised to power half plus half, m raised to power 1 by 3 plus 2 by 3, n raised to power 1 by 4 plus 3 by 4, right? So we have added all these, we have added, and now take the LCM. 1 plus 1, 2, 2 by 2, L. 2 and 2 will get cancel. Now over here 2 plus 1, 3, 3 by 3, 3 and 3 gets cancel, m. Now 3 plus 1, 4, 4, 4 cancel, so n. So L, m, n, which is a rational number. So product of an irrational number multiplied by a rational factor, we have got a rational number, that is L, m, n. This together is a rational number. So hence we can say that the rationalizing factor of this irrational number is this, right? So now let us move to second type of question, that is rationalize the denominator of the following. So here we are going to use the concept of conjugate, right? So we are going to find the conjugate of the denominators, and then we are going to multiply both the numerator as well as denominator by this conjugate. There are 6 parts to this question, so let us take them one by one. Now first question, we have 1 upon root 6 minus root 5. Now its conjugate, root 6 minus root 5, will be the same irrational numbers with the opposite sign. Over here it is minus, so here it will be plus. So root 6 minus root 5 will become root 6 plus root 5. This is the conjugate. Now we shall multiply the numerator as well as denominator by this conjugate. So over here, as you can see, 1 upon root 6 minus root 5 into root 6 plus root 5 upon root 6 plus root 5. Now 1 into root 6 plus root 5 is same root 6 plus root 5, right? And over here we are going to use the identity which says that a minus b into a plus b is equal to a square minus b square. So over here, if you observe, our a is root 6 and b is root 5. So if we have to find the square, we will write square of root 6 minus square of root 5, right? Now square of root 6 is 6, so square of root 5 is 5, and this will come as it is. Numerator will come as it is. 6 minus 5 is 1. So we can simply write root 6 plus root 5 because anything divided by 1 is number itself. So this is the answer, right? Now second part is 30 upon 5 into root 3 minus 3 into root 5. Now let us take the denominator and find its conjugate. So 5 root 3 minus 3 root 5, its conjugate will be 5 root 3 plus 3 root 5. Only the difference is minus will become plus. Now we will take this conjugate and multiply both the numerator as well as denominator by this conjugate. So over here numerator also and denominator also we have multiplied. Right. So 30 into this conjugate will be as it is. Now over here if you observe, it is in minus and this is in plus. So we can say it is a minus b into a plus b, and here we can use the identity as a square minus b square, where a over here is 5 root 3 and b over here is 3 root 5. So accordingly, if you put the values in a square minus b square, so this is our a square and this is our b square, right? Now numerator will come as it is. Now let us solve this square. Square of 5 is 25, square of root 3 will be 3, minus square of 3 will be 9 and square of root 5 will be 5. So 25 into 3 is 75 and 9 into 5 is 45. 75 minus 45 is 30. Basically the numerator is the same. We are solving the denominator. Now 30 and 30 will cancel and we are left with 5 root 3 plus 3 root 5. So this is the answer, right? Now third part is 6 minus 4 root 2 upon 6 plus 4 root 2. Over here denominator is 6 plus 4 root 2. So its conjugate will be 6 minus 4 root 2. Only plus will change into minus. Now we shall multiply numerator as well as denominator by the conjugate. So this is our numerator which is multiplied by the conjugate. Again the denominator is multiplied by the conjugate, right? Now over here if you observe, it is a minus b into a minus b, which is equal to a minus b whole square, we can say. So the identity says whenever we have a minus b whole square, it is a square plus b square minus 2ab. Over here a is 6, b is 4 root 2, right? So if you observe a square is 6 square, b square, b is 4 root 2, so square of 4 root 2 minus 2 into a is 6 into b is 4 root 2, right? See again, a square that means 6 whole square, b square that means 4 root 2 whole square, minus 2 into ab that means 2 into 6 into 4 root 2, right? And in the denominator if you observe, it is a different identity, a plus b into a minus b. Whenever we have plus and minus, then the identity says it is a square minus b square. Yes. So over here again a is 6, b is 4 root 2. Now accordingly put the value, a square is 6 square minus b square is square of 4 root 2. Now further let us solve it. 6 square is 36. 4 square is 16. 16 into 2 is 32. 2 into 6, 12. 12 into 4, 48. 48 root 2 minus 48 root 2. Now in the denominator, let us keep it like that, and then further we are going to solve it. So over here 36 plus 32 is 68 minus 48 root 2. 6 square is 36, and again 4 square is 16 into 2 is 32. 36 minus 32 we will get over here. Now further over here we can take 4 common, right, because 36 minus 32 is 4. So 4 we have taken common over here, so that 4 and 4 gets cancelled, and inside we are left with 17 minus 12 root 2. So this is our answer, right? Now fourth part is root 7 plus root 2 upon 9 plus 2 root 14. Now the denominator 9 plus 2 root 14, its conjugate will be 9 minus 2 root 14. Only plus will change into minus. Now we shall multiply both the numerator as well as denominator by the conjugate. So over here you can see the numerator is multiplied by the conjugate and denominator is also multiplied by the conjugate. Now the numerator over here, let us say it is a plus b. Over here it is totally different, so we can say c minus d, right? And to solve this we will use the multiplication of binomial into binomial and find the product. Over here if you see, it is a plus b and multiply by a minus b. So we can say that whenever we have a plus b into a minus b, according to identity, it is a square minus b square, and where a over here is 9 and b over here is 2 root 14. So accordingly, if you see, a square, that is 9 square, and b square, that is 2 root 14 square, right? So this is how we have got the denominator. Now in the numerator, let us multiply. Let us take root 7, and in bracket we will have 9 minus 2 root 14, and then we will have plus root 2 and multiply the binomial 9 minus 2 root 14. Right, now open the brackets and multiply each term. Root 7 into 9, 9 into root 7, minus is there, so minus will come. 2, 14 into 7 in under the square root, so 2 into root of 98, because 7 into 14 is 98. Now 9 root 2 and minus 2, and 14 into 2 is 28, so root of 28. Now in the denominator, let us check the denominator. 9 square is 81, 2 square is 4, and root of 14 is 14. So 4 into 14 is 56, right? 81 minus 56 is 25. So denominator is solved. Let us now focus on numerator. Now first of all, the first number 9 root 7, as it is you will write. Now further we have 98. 98 is 49 into 2. 49 is 7 square. 7 square into 2 we can write. Now next number is 9 root 2. 9 root 2 as it is. Then minus 2, and 28 is 4 into 7. So 4 can be written as 2 square into 7. Right. Now all these squares, take out one factor outside. So 9 into root 2 as it is, minus 2 into 7 root 2, plus 9 root 2 minus 2 into 2 root 7. This 2 will come outside and this 7 will come outside, right? Now 2 into 7 14, and 2 into 2 4, and further we can take root 7 common. So root 7 we have taken common from over here, and over here it was 4 minus 4. So 9 minus 4 root 7, and over here root 2 we have taken common. So 9 minus 14 inside the bracket and outside root 2. Now further simplify. 9 minus 4 is 5, right? So 5 root 2, 7 minus 9 minus 14 is minus 5. So minus 5 root 2. Now take 5 common, right? Take 5 common. We can cancel this and we can get 1 by 5. 1 by 5 in bracket root 7 minus root 2, right? So this is the answer. Now fifth part is 2 root 3 plus 5 root 7 upon root 5 plus root 6. Now root 5 plus root 6 we have over here. Now its conjugate will be root 5 minus root 6, and when we are going to apply the algebraic identity of a square minus b square, we are going to get 5 minus 6, which is equal to minus 1. Just to avoid this minus sign, what I am going to do, I am going to write it in this way, root 6 plus root 5, so that I get 6 minus 5, which is equal to 1. Right, so I can simply change root 5 plus root 6 as root 6 plus root 5. I have just changed the order. Now take the denominator root 6 plus root 5, whose conjugate will be root 6 minus root 5. So only change is plus to minus. Now we shall multiply numerator as well as denominator by this conjugate. So numerator multiply by the conjugate, denominator multiply by the conjugate. Now over here it is a plus b, and this is totally different, which we can say it is c minus d. So we have two binomials, right? And we can find its product by multiplying binomial into binomial. In the denominator we have a plus b, and same terms but with a different sign, a minus b. So a plus b into a minus b is equal to, according to the identity, it is a square minus b square. Now if you observe over here, a is root 6 and b is root 5. So in the denominator, when we are writing a square minus b square, we are writing square of root 6 minus square of root 5. Right. Now let us focus on numerator, binomial into binomial. So first of all, a will be multiplied to a, that is 2 root 3 will be multiplied to root 6 minus root 5, and then plus 5 root 7 will be multiplied to root 6 minus root 5. Now let us open the brackets. So over here 2 root 3 into root 6, which is 2 root 3 into root 6. Now 2 root 3 minus root 5, that has come. Yes. Now 5 root 7 into root 6, that has come. Now 5 into root 7 into root 5. Right. So basically we are opening the brackets by multiplying each term by the term which is outside. Right. This is how we multiply binomial into binomial. Now let us solve it. 3 into 6 is 18. So 2 root 18. 3 into 5 is 15. 7 into 6 is 42. 7 into 5 is 35. Right. Further, let us see if we can solve it. 18 is what? 9 into 2. Now 9 is 3 square into 2. Now square root of this, we can take 3 outside. So 2 into 3 root 2. Right. Root 2 is what? 6 root 2. Now over here 2 root of 15 as it is, because 15 the factors are 3 into 5, which we cannot find the square root of. 42 is 6 into 7, which also will come as it is. 35 is 5 into 7, which also will come as it is. Only we were able to solve 2 root 18, right, which came 6 root 2. Right. So this whole expression is our answer. Now sixth part is y square upon root of x square plus y square plus x. Now observe over here, plus x is outside this root. Under root we have only x square plus y square. Now this is the denominator, whose conjugate will be root of x square plus y square minus x. So plus will become minus. Now we shall multiply the numerator and denominator by the conjugate. So this is the numerator, multiply by the conjugate, denominator multiply by the conjugate. Right. Now this we will write y square in bracket root of x square plus y square minus x. Now below it in the denominator, if you observe, this is our a. Suppose this we assume to be a plus b into a minus b, which is equal to a square minus b square, again according to the algebraic identity. But now over here a stands for root of x square plus y square and b stands for x, right? So when we are solving the denominator over here a square, when we are writing a square, that means square of root of x square plus y square, this whole, right? This whole square of this whole. And then when we are saying b square, then square of x. So this is how we got this, right? In the numerator we have product of both. Now over here this remains the same, numerator remains the same. Now over here square of root of x square plus y square is x square plus y square as it is minus x square, right? Only thing is root is removed. Now over here if you see x square and minus x square will cancel. We are left with y square. Now again y square and y square over here will cancel. And we are left with root of x square plus y square minus x. So this is the answer, right? This question seemed to be complicated, but while solving it becomes very easy, right? So this is it, children. Hope you have understood all these questions related to rationalization. In case of any doubt, you can always write to me in the comment section. I'll get back to you. Thank you everyone. Have a great day ahead.